Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Artist Connection. We have such a treat for you guys today. Joining us is the Infinite Poets, and they have some exciting things they're going to discuss with you. They're going to share some poetry. We're going to discuss their passions, their stories, and why they do this. So we're going to start off. I'm going to start off with introducing my co-host, Elu Johnson, and then he's going to bring up the first poet. Elu Johnson, tell us about yourself, what you do, any upcoming events you have going on.
Well, thank you. Well, right now, my name is Elu Johnson. Sometimes I change it. But I'm an artist. I do a little poetry. I do a little bit of everything. I have an entertainment company where we do events all over Southern California, as well as we have an event coming up July the 29th. We're working on me and Andre and a few other people. So I produce a lot of different styles of events, from fashion shows, and I have a variety show called Saturday Night Life. And we do where we host poetry, music, comedy, you name it, anything in the arts. But we have an event. We're going to be doing a jazz concert with music, poetry, art, food, and fashion. So that's coming up at the end of July. So if you're in town and you want to catch something that's going to be tantalizing to your taste buds, appealing to your eyes, and harmony to your ears, come check us out. It's going to be over in LA, in the Adair area. And that's about it. I'm a community activist. I'm a part of the NAACP in the city of Compton. I'm a father of two beautiful princesses, a husband, and an author. I do a little bit of everything. I call myself a Renaissance man. That's why I say I change my name every once in a while. I don't really call myself an artist. I call myself a Renaissance man. I like to be different. I don't like to be the same as everybody else. Some people say, "Oh, you got an accent." No, I'm from LA. It's just I like to travel. I like to go places and meet people and interact. And I love life. So I'm here to share with you as well as inspire. So that's me.
Thank you so much for that self-introduction. That was beautiful. So, up next is, if you don't know who Alex Petunia is, you need to know, right? So she has
Yeah.
this welcoming, just caring, loving spirit about her. And I always say she's like yoga, right? Yoga in human form, you know? And just have so much great, conversation and everything. I just really enjoy being in her space and just knowing her and connecting with her and everything. So myself and Alex Petunia and Jasmine Banks have something we're cooking up soon, a television show, The Pin Drop. So you guys, that's in the works, and we'll be doing that soon. And of course, all you guys are invited there. So, Alex Petunia, tell us what you have going on, upcoming events, and all of the wonderful things you do in the community. And she's also a healthcare worker, which we have to always make sure we pray for them and give them a lot of grace, because that job is extremely difficult. Alex Petunia, the mic's on you. And then after you introduce yourself, bless our mic.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Artist Connection. Thank you, Elu. And thank you, Andrea, for having us, the Infinite Poets, here tonight. I'm really excited. Infinite Poets is just a poetry collective that's going to be going to New York in July. So we've been getting out and about doing like poetry on demand and just telling people all about like who we are and what we do as a way also to raise funds for our trip to New York for the New York Poetry Festival that's happening on Governor's Island in July. We have a GoFundMe that's going to help support. I believe we're at 8 poets going this time to New York, and so any support that you have is greatly appreciated to get LA to shine in New York and just like share poetry with community out there and keep building those bridges that we do, those foundations with our words. You know, building connections to other people's hearts. That's our plan, and so I had the honor and privilege of being an instructor in the Community Literature Initiative program last year, where I met this phenomenal group of poets who were working on their books. And then we got this wild idea to create a poetry show for the Hollywood Fringe Festival, which then became the birthing point for Infinite Poets. And so I'm here tonight with Voth and Mr. Chai T and Erica Lopez and Winter Edens as we kind of get to shine tonight together as this Infinite Poets crew, but we also have a lot of other folks who are part of it as well. And so I'm just really excited to be here and appreciate everybody who's tuning in and appreciate the Artist Connection for allowing us to be here tonight and share poetry. I'm also curating poetry walls. I had a beautiful Sacred Heart poetry wall that happened at the Holy Grounds coffee shop with a bunch of poets. 33 poets contributed to that. And then Andrea and I have another one brewing that, you know, we're working on too. So the fun never stops. Infinite Poets will maybe talk more about a fun event that's happening at McLeod's on New York on June 20th. That includes an open mic. So stay tuned for information on that. I could go on and on, but how about we bless the mic? Does that sound good? All right. And you'd like me to share one poem, correct?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So this is called The Dead of Night. Let's go creep into the twilight, cloak ourselves in our shadows, crown our heads with horns of barren branches, frolic with midnight's feral, invite the parts of us we're told have no light to love. Let's hide and seek with her rise, shed the world's dismissal, undress any notion of imperfection, untie ourselves from tortured masks no longer needed in this umbral dance. Let's be nothing but ourselves under her glow, bear our bones fully under her smile, swim in the offerings of her wisdom, safe in this afterlife's welcome, so nakedly deserving of this freedom. Let's cackle love vibrations to her distance, howl our whole bodies shaken, unshackle the spells others cast upon us, knowing we are protected in her halo when we honor the truths in our shadows. Thank you.
Don't you guys feel so peaceful and calm after that? Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, Elu, the mic's on you.
Yes. All right. Well, that poem is so welcoming. That's a beautiful way to start it. Make me want to close my eyes, just listen to your voice. That was really nice. Next up to the mic, I want to bring up this gentleman, Voth.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for having me, having us. It's a pleasure to be here and to share all the beautiful things that we're doing along with New York City. My name is Voth. It stands for Voice of the Harbor. Things that I've been doing since last year. I was a part of Sacred Heart Poetry Wall. I'm doing something new with poetry with to glow in the dark. So that's been a lot of fun, and just getting really creative with that. Because I am the type of poet that likes to leave a poem within a poem, and I just usually bold out a word, but this time it's glow in the dark, and it's really cool. Got a space available soon, or sometime soon I'm done, and that'll be an amazing exhibit. Can't wait for that. um, yeah, and then this New York City trip, the fundraising portion, which again we have a GoFundMe, and please donate. We are trying to get all of our poets out there. We want to all perform together, and it's an amazing opportunity, and I really want all of us to go. Um, it's been exciting. It's so there's so many butterflies in my chest where it just feels so warm. It feels so good, and it's like we're almost there. We're almost there. um, what's it called? And I'm thankful. I'm thankful, and I'm blessed to know the infinite poets, to know us, to know who we are, to where we began, and to where we're going. It's so exciting. I'm so proud of us all. um, what's it called? Again, like Alex, I can also keep going. The I was trying to decide. All right. The first poem that I'm going to be reading is called Sacred Heart. A sacred heart is challenged by the interconnected dynamic infrastructure of lost and found. Sacred hearts are often pure, but the tragedy is the gravitational trajectory of fear feeding off hope, resulting in the cataclysmic husk of a shadow. Fallen though not forgotten, this is when and where the heavy impact of emotional struggle is reconstructed, haunted by the internal rapture, because survival was the classical conditioning unforgotten and never unlearned. Feed the fear of everlasting daunting darkness with a hope of heartening light when we allow ourselves the introspection of love we deserve. We're able to heal the anguish of a fallen, silenced shadow. Thank you.
That was so beautiful.
Thank you.
So what I love about Voth is every time you're in his he's always so warm and welcoming as well. But just his poetry is like filling, it leaves you full, and he's really into it. And it's just like with Alex, you could just close your eyes and just imagine, everything that he's saying in his words. So it's very like visual, and you could just place yourself there. So I really appreciate that about how all of you guys connect together. It's so beautiful. Thank you so much for that, Both. Coming up next to bless our mic is Erica. Erica, tell us about yourself, what you have going on, your future endeavors, and then bless our mic.
Thank you. So I'm gonna publish my self-publish my poetry book. It should be coming out. I want to do it to take the books to New York. So that's the goal, right? And so I'm working on it. Last year I had 3 book collaborations. So I published in 3 different books with different authors. So that was really cool. And I have another one coming out in September. And I have another book that I wrote. It's written. I'm going to publish the poetry book, and then I'm going to publish the other book. The other one is not a poetry book. It's about grief and healing when you lose somebody that you love, and the things that you can do to get closer to healing. So yeah, I've been writing. Right now I'm teaching, so I've been teaching, and the best part about this program and everything is that I had my students do their own portfolios for their poetry, and then at the end I had them do their little bio with their little picture, and I'm like, okay, you guys are going to be authors one day. and so it's just this program, the poetry and the CLI and everything has made me grow so much that it saved me because I was going through a lot during the process, and I birthed, like they say, a poetry book with the pain. And I'm in a much better place. And it was because it's like, it was a healing, and I could process everything through my poetry. So it's big. It's big. So these people on this, and we're missing some, but these people that are with me here, my infinite poets, they're our lifeline. It's all love. Our group is all love, and we want to share our voices on the East Coast. And so we want to share our words and our wisdom, and our power in our words. And all my friends here, they're like family. So if you guys can really help, we are there for each other, and we want all of us to go. And we have a little saying, no poet left behind. We want all of us to be able to be there together for to perform. So I'm going to read this piece. It's called Journey. Happy days were random, non-existent, coming and going. There was no guided path, no freedom, no inner peace. There was too much chaos, so I lived from one trauma to another, desensitized. So numb. Abuse was expected, normal. I suffered from a delayed reaction. So shocked, it took the truth 3 days to set in. Denial, blindness, the truth too bright, the brain blocked it. Like an ostrich in the sand, hiding from the destruction around me. It was comfortable. So insecure, identity tethered to the projects of rescuing, saving a man so he could love me, saving a friend so that I can have a purpose, saving a student so I can feel validated, trying to rescue the world, but in rescuing, abandoning myself. I didn't realize it was a save your own ass program. I didn't think I was important enough to save. Self righteous, I compared myself to others to feel better. At least I'm not that messed up, but I was. My addiction was rescuing. I did not realize you cannot will people to do the things that you want them to be, or you want them to be like you want them. My grandpa said, if you can't accept him as he is, it's time to leave. A broken glass, time to go home. Daddy said, he isn't what you think he is. He is expendable, replaceable. Remember my words. In this world, there is only one of you. Whoever he is that left will always remember you, for there is only one of you. I wish I could believe. I wish I could see myself through my father's eyes. Regardless of his alcoholism and his abuse, my father saw greatness in me, uniqueness, irreplaceable. He saw me making marks in people's lives. He saw me love, care, and believed in me more than I could ever believe in myself. One day, I will pass on the gift and love and believe in someone so much like my dad did for me. I'm no longer chained to the past, clamped down with shackles. It was never a prison sentence. I took it upon myself to carry it around, advertise it, highlight my weaknesses. This is my past. So messed up. Instead of shifting and seeing my miracles, my failures, my weaknesses are stepping stones. I am a phoenix that was burned crisp, but in the fire, my skin peeling, my hair flaring, I transformed and rose an empowered woman. Like the journey of the caterpillar, my childhood was the chrysalis stage, my teens the pupa stage. I stayed incubated for 42 years to one day have the strength to break through a cocoon and fly with butterfly wings, knowing that all of it was for this moment of redemption.
Wow. Wow. That was beautiful.
What I love about Erica is that she's so brave and just telling her truth. And it just helps, people out there that are too afraid to share what they're going through. So it gives them the courage and strength to do so. And I really appreciate that and admired that about you, Erica. Thank you so much for sharing that piece.
Wow, Erica, that was such a beautiful piece. I could feel like, the pain, the metamorphosis that you were going through as you was talking about that is like sometimes you have to smile, not so you won't cry. And when you feel the pain, like you was describing, so vivid. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that piece. Next up to the mic, we had a lot of serious, a lot of serious people on the mic right now. I met this brother, and I love his energy. So I think he might break the glass of seriousness. He brings a smile to your face when you hear his poems. Give it up for Chai Tea.
All right. Thank you so much, Andrea and Elu, for the introduction and giving us a place to share some beats on the mic. So my name is Chai T. I guess my parents really love Boba so much they named one of their kids after him. Um, uh, yeah. I'm the Gen Z born and raised in LA, which means I talk way too fast. Um, but right now I'm pretty slow and dumb because I just had my wisdom teeth pulled out. Guess they really had to nerf my IQ. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, I started my background in comedy. So, I always try to make my pain funny. Ooh. Anyway, big downers about this is my first surgery, by the way. So, in terms of something that's been cut out of me, I guess it was happened to me with my teeth. Anyway, so I've been having a liquid diet. So I've been really thinking a lot about food and that I've been missing it. So here's some sad food poetry. Depression tastes like McDonald's for dinner, with crumbs scattered like petals on my corpse, on a bed with arms that hold me down. I've been staring at the fridge since midnight. The light shines bright into my eyes, too dry to wet my cheeks. Last week's takeout box crushing under pressure. My stomach shuts the door. I'm making cereal. So I've always had this bit of making like a depression tier food list, and I feel like cereal is definitely A tier. It's easy to make, and you know, when you're an adult, there's some things that are frowned upon about eating, like candy for breakfast or whatever. But you know what? It makes good for when you're feeling down and about. Just stuff yourself with some chocolate and candies, right? That's the way to go. Not me right now, because I can't eat solids. But that's my short piece. Thank you.
I told you he was gonna break the serious glass and fill it up with some comedy. That was just the whipped cream on top. Oh, I'm sorry, brother Chad. I know you can't have that right now.
Oh, I really appreciate how you always fill the room with laughter and glee. Thank you so much, Chai, for being who you are. I really appreciate you. Next up to bless our mic is Winter. Before I go on, we all belong to the same clique at CLI. So we all are alumni of CLI. We have books. My book will be out June 28th. And every time I have encounter with Winter, she's always very sweet and welcoming, and I just love watching her. On Instagram when she's working with the children. I'm very passionate about working with teens as well, and she does a lot of things that I used to do with the teens, and it's just so beautiful and inspiring that they have such a great role model to model after. So I really appreciate that about her. And even when she speaks in her poetry, it's just so nice and welcoming and warm. Winter, tell us about yourself, what you have going on in the community, and then bless our mic.
Andrea, you gave me too good of an introduction. Now I don't. How am I going to live up to this? Congratulations on your book, and thank you both so much for this platform.
Thank you.
I love us, the Infinite Poets. As you can see, we are very diverse. That is why we need to be in New York, because we need to be heard and seen. We have such important messages to get out, and we all come from very different backgrounds, but we all share that I was gonna say sisterhood, but I see everybody here. Okay, humanhood. We are so connected. So these are all of this is my family. Thank you again for that introduction. So yes, I have a nonprofit on the side as well, Simply Youth Institute. We're actually planning for our summer program. I'm here with my board member. I'm gonna put her on blast because she's right here. I'm just playing. She's here, and we're planning and we're doing great things. So I'm going to our organization, Simply Youth Institute, we teach young people, we connect them to their careers, financial literacy. It's all about exposing them so that they know that the world is their oyster. Go explore, go do everything that you need. Erica's on the line. She's an educator as well. We know how important it is to educate our young people. So I know you're super passionate as well, Andrea. And I can talk on and on too, but I'm going to jump into this piece, and I can't promise you I'm going to be nice about it. So here we go. Supercalifragilistic abuser. Can love heal the menace? Supercalifragilistic batterer. Shame, but the healing misses. Shame, but the healing misses. Trauma victims are swimming fishes. Blame them for their supercalifragilistic abuser. Point the blame to the ones who got the stitches. She could have swum away, they said. She could have left that shark and really hid. But the abusers are the ones that need to be addressed. But society drops that subject, and there is no arrest. There is no justice, no healing, no peace. Only a cycle that repeats. Power and control, and the violence won't cease, and the children in the trauma early age increase. Adverse childhood experiences. It's a study to see of the trauma that used to be, a vital tool connecting disease to society. Domestic violence is a stabbing knife, murdering hearts and taking innocent lives. There's only one solution. Put down the lies and get educated. Domestic violence should never be domesticated. Dismissing problems only leads to more. Addressing the matter is the only way to restore. On the fact that love never equals abuse, love does not deplete and love does not use. Love is being able to stand on one's own feet, look yourself in the eye and know that you are worthy, know that you are free, learn from your history, honor your past and claim it now, because the pain don't last and your souls don't bow. You're a survivor. Coldest winter.
Drop that mic.
Fire.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Fire. Oh, wow. Got my heart racing. That, man, thank you. Winter, you cold with it, ain't you?
Yes.
Oh, God. All right. Up next to the mic is the beautiful lady with the red hair. She usually wears a flower in her hair. You got a flower tonight? Oh, there it is. There it is. Every time I see you, you have such a beautiful smile. Your energy is always positive and warm. It's like if I come to your house, I can smell like somebody has like horchata on the stove and something cinnamon, like something good to eat. You have such a beautiful soul, Alex. I just want to thank you. When we met, both times you were so nice. So thank you. And up to the mic, Alex.
Thank you so much, Elu. And thank you, everybody, so far for what you've shared on this mic. I'm not going to lie, it was a tough day at work. I'm going to read this poem, Abandoned Seeds. We have been nonstop at work, taking late lunches and forgetting to drink water, holding pee to hold space for our clients instead, spending hours in search of resources just to find shelters without beds, food banks empty, insurance preventing access, and medications, barrier after barrier after barrier. This work can be draining, frustrating, defeating, but we show up every day, regardless of a pandemic. We push on together for our clients. Sometimes we are all they have. One day a coworker invited us outside, made us pause and play with dirt and sun. We planted intentions for ourselves, named our seedlings out loud, watered them full, and let them sunbathe on the windowsill. At least these wishes for self could get sun for us, while we retreated back to our work caves. Then we all forgot to take them home. We reminded each other to tend to the seedlings before the week ended. 5 o'clock Friday mind arrived, and I forgot to take my nurslings home. I laughed at how fitting this was. Funny how we neglect our intentions for self, how the hustle and bustle of hard work captures and consumes us whole, how the end of the work week leaves us depleted, forgetting the words to our own affirmations, and self care is left out on the windowsill, begging for water. Then a memory hums of resiliency hiding in desert soils. The super bloom of Death Valley years ago gave birth to horizons of rainbows from seeds decades old, seeds that waited for the right time to crack through the shell, crawl patiently through darkness and grit, and eventually kiss sun for the first time. May we hydrate ourselves with compassion, knowing that self care means better care for our clients. May these humble beginnings sprout with our attention to our own needs. May we each glow in sunbirth as a super blooming bouquet of a body nursed with worthiness, gratitude, and tenderness. And may our seedlings wait patiently for us to honor ourselves. Thank you.
Woo!
I love how Alex always says she has a rough day, and look how beautiful she look. You can't even tell. Thank you so much for that. Yeah. So next up to bless our mic is the incredible Voth. The mic's on you.
Hola, hola, everyone. Um, Real quick, when you donate to the GoFundMe and you comment to infinity and beyond, you will receive a personalized poem from either one of us or combined all together, a collaborative piece. Um, I do want to say too that my type of poetry relates to those who understand mental health, illness, awareness. Uh, this is my book, Diagnosis. I haven't been embodying lighthouse energy, and this next piece that I'm going to share talks about where I started, that lighthouse energy, where I learned it from. And this piece does have mentioned self harm, so there's a trigger warning for that. This piece is called Lighthouse. Honestly, I never would have made it without you. Younger, I didn't know the difference between a good or a bad parent. I didn't understand why I was set aside and often questioned and wondered why. I I used to wander around looking for you. I used to resonate with this book about a wandering lost bird. Are you my mother? Maybe it was because when I was a child, I was told you didn't love me. And so I fought for your attention. But I was never enough. And so little by little, I drifted. I drifted out to the wicked obsession of a chaotic, blistering depression, 36 crusting waves lashing my body over and over and over. I kept fighting for the pulverized pieces of my soul. I stopped breathing. I learned fear. The moment I stopped blaming you, I was warm, surrounded by a soothing blanket of light. You kept giving me hope. You kept loving me, keeping my own light on. You showed me life, how to live, how to have fun being you, and how to love you. Your hard work and dedication provided us with a home, sheltered our secrets, and healed my broken heart. No matter how many times I wanted to die, you were always there, wanting to fight my battles. All of my enemies became yours too. You're the valiant hero I gave a villainous mask to. The voices in my blood fed me lies. I'm sorry I listened. No matter how deep in the thrashing darkness, you always stood beside me. My life is your life laced with light and love. I see you, Mom. You are never a bad parent. You're a spontaneous weirdo who loves tacos y margaritas. You are the person I'm thankful to call Mom. Whenever I was drowning, your love resuscitated me, always the anchor pulling me out of the savage shadows, the lighthouse guiding me home. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful. Boffy coming with the words
Wow.
and the metaphors. Yes.
Hey, Voth, I would like to share something with you. That is such a beautiful piece. I'd like to share a poem with you. Is that all right?
Yeah.
All right. This poem, it's based off a song that I learned in church when I was a kid, and it's called "You Can Be a Beacon." I don't know if you ever heard of that song. Um, the way the song goes, it goes, "You can be a beacon if your light don't shine." So, in this song, it tells about an adult. And so when I do this poem, I'm basically singing the song, but I'm putting words of love and encouragement in it. Okay? You can be a beacon if your light don't shine. You can be a beacon if your light don't shine. But there's a little love in all of us by God's desire. You can be a beacon if your light don't shine. But I don't mean to bring you down or speak to you unkind. But you can be a beacon if your light don't shine. God bless the child to be honest and true, but he can only judge what he sees in you. Well, there's a little love in all of us by God's desire. But you can be a witness if your light don't shine. Understanding that life, it only gives you what you desire. And if you look for love, it does inspire more love in very many ways. Sometimes you have to be open, even through the pain and the hurt. But being that person, sometimes you're looking for the light. Now, in the light, sometimes you have to fight to reach that goal of love. But you can also inspire others by just being yourself. Being that light, you guide and you bring others that are going through hurt and pain. Sometimes by being a beacon, it's not afraid to love or to be ashamed. By understanding who you are as a man or a woman, it's just understanding what love is, being a true light, being a true guardian of love, a guardian of pain and hurt, and embracing it all and learning how to show how to stand straight, to stand bright, and to stand strong. You can be a beacon.
Thank you
So,
so much.
in saying that, next bringing up to the mic a powerful little lady I'm just meeting, Erica.
Thank you guys. Wow. That was amazing. That was just like just pure wisdom, you know? It's just, gosh, so heavy and beautiful. And thank you. It's almost like I needed to hear that. So I have this poem. It's called How Do I Know I Am Alive? Pain is what tells me I am alive. It was the expectations that caused my heartbreak. I would not know who I would not know who I would be with a calm mind, Who would I be with the full heart? I do not know. Pain tells me I am alive, crushed like in a compactor. I hug myself because that is the only thing that soothes the empty hollow that I carry. I repeat, it's not my fault. I did not cause it. I cannot cure it. I can't control it. Then why do I take it on myself? That little girl in me is saying, I am not good enough. I am refuse. I am an object destined to be sexually abused. I am not hurt anymore. Yet I feel like I'm in her tiny body. This is what trauma feels like. It overrules the mind and the soul. It makes you feel like a nobody. 40 years old and still 5. Because once again, my inner child was betrayed. But through the pain, at least she knows she is still alive.
Wow.
Thank you so much for
Thank
that
you.
piece.
Thank you, Erica.
See what I told y'all? She be saying some stuff that's much needed for these kids. Man, they need to hear this stuff. Like you could be who you are and true to yourself and tell your stories and become a teacher, a poet, great things that you see on this screen. It's not the end of the world because things happen to you. We all go through things. It's about how we decide to deal with those. Do we live in our stuff and stay in it? Or do we become a walking testament for other people, right? And to help them. So thank you so much for that piece, Erica. I really admire you for all the writing that you do. I really want to come to New York and just watch you guys. But me and Elu got this event on the same day, and I'm just like, oh, so it's so hard. Next up to the mic is Chai. He's here tonight. He got his wisdom teeth put out. He's a trooper for that. We appreciate you for being here and strong. So bless our mic once again.
Yeah, absolutely. And Erica, I really feel that because, I feel very alive being in pain right now. But we go through it, all right. um. So if you can't
I love
tell,
you, Chai. I love you. I love you because you just
oh,
like make us laugh. Love you.
I'm so blessed. Your laughter is what gives me drive. You're my best friends, and all of it. Okay. Fortunately, I can't laugh myself too much, but as long as y'all got it, that's good for me. Anyway, if you can't tell, by my gaming headset, I'm a nerd. I may look like I'm cosplaying an Indian customer support service rep, except I'm not Indian, and I'm very bad with customers. Um, but this mic's close to my mouth, so you can better hear me. I'm gonna let y'all let that ride out a bit. So as a nerd, naturally, my day job is I'm an engineer. So my brain's constantly churning. My 9 to 5 job, and artistry is like a 24/7 job. So I'm basically perpetually tired, and it's crazy because inspiration comes from everywhere, and poetry to me is like writing between lunch breaks, wiring diagrams to stanza breaks, code switching from CAD models to modeling structures, engineering stanzas and calculating the route from the next line to the next, studying aluminum bars to bars of poetry. My mind, an oscillating discrete waveform generator stemming artistic thought between screens of making bombs bombs, by the way, is short for bill of materials, which is like a a list of all the parts that make an assembly. Yeah, I don't actually make bombs. I don't blow stuff up, except when I'm dropping bars. Oh, the screen's away from STEM work. These bombs I make and these bars I do is like a mechanical function in the AMs. I'm the thought generator in the DMs, randomly shared in my PMs with the mic as my instrument. I hit the bars after 5, clocking out of work to be coming up with lines. Pick up my pace for another shot of poetry and clean my throat.
Woo!
That's right.
Chai,
Hey, bro,
Yeah.
you ever heard of the nerd rapper?
Thank you.
A nerd rapper?
The nerd rapper? Lick
You
him
know,
up. Oh my god. Oh my god. You got me over here. My stomach, my cheeks is hurting right now, bro. I don't know how you could do it with missing wisdom too. You shouldn't even be over there laughing right now. But you got jokes.
Thank you.
You got bad jokes. Man, you make me feel good being a nerd. So next up to the mic. We always gotta have a fashion model, got beauty and brains. Let's bring the coldest winter ever.
Ooh, thank you so much. And just Chai, I'm filled up. Okay. I told you get some rest, but you're the best. Okay, here we go. This is a poem from a book that is published. It's coming out sometime this year. Don't have the date quite yet, but it's from Afterglow. All right. Energy. My heart sings when I am moving, when I am grooving through and out. My heart dances and I shout when I have a spark inside ready to ignite. Give yourself all that you have. Demand nothing less. Life is but a test to measure your abilities. Believe inside you are still alive. Find the nerve. Use all your talents to serve. Don't try to hide it. Everyone is waiting to see, but not everyone has dignity. Keep it, your integrity. Hold tight, for it's hard to be when you are alone. Do the doubts creep in? Do they moan and groan, telling you to give in? A lie. Press on and try. Just make it through. With believing you are right, you have the right to move on, to protect your heart in soul songs. Sing it. Let it fill the room. Let them dance to the beat or leave the Zoom. You will find the light when you sit still inside and listen. The difficult part is attention and being able to dedicate it all. Are you willing to sacrifice and fall? Are you willing to get back up and call out to the mountaintops? Let them hear your heart sing. It calls for unity and pride. It calls for a community alive. It calls for service and love. When the heart sings, it's a call from above. Coldest winter.
Oh!
Inspirational speaker there. Oh my God. That sounds like
Cops
something
to watch her on Instagram and you would know why.
Oh my God. That's one of Martin Luther King's little granddaughters.
So Alex didn't tell you about her meditation Mondays. She left that out, right? So I enjoy being in a room with greatness, and I learned a lot from Alex. And I was at her last meditation Mondays, and she inspired me to write this poem that I'm going to share with you guys. Thank you, Alex. The whispers of the wind channels my inner voice to be brave, saving me from past transgressions, mistakes, hard lessons. The trees are a sign of growth and hope, allowing me to see what my future will hold. Each leaf that falls from the tree shows me that I have learned a lesson, and in turn have roots strong and bold. I am a beautiful flower, blossoming into a declaration of strength and grace. Unfolding the petals I embrace. The whispers of the wind ignite my flame, guiding me towards a life untamed. From my past transgressions, I break free, learning from my mistakes that once held me. Through hard lessons, I have grown, rooted deeply, firmly sown. The trees stand tall, symbols of might. They teach me to rise and shine so bright. Each leaf that falls, a story untold, a lesson learned, a heart unfold. With every season, I transform anew, blossoming into a version so true. A beautiful flower, vibrant and bold. In the garden of life, I firmly hold. No longer confined by doubt or fear, I step into an unknown with fear, no tears. For the wind whispers courage in my ear, reminding me that my strength is always near. I declare my worth, my voice I rise, no longer bound by society's ties. I am the embodiment of resilience and grace, unfolding, blooming in my own space. So let the wind carry my declaration for it to inspire others to be who they are. For embracing our authentic selves, we discover the power within where it dwells. May this declaration echo through the land, a testament to the strength we command. Together, let us rise and inspire, setting the world ablaze with our fire. And that's my piece.
Fire!
Fire.
Fire.
Ooh.
Thank you, Alex.
Wow.
So it's
That was
wind,
beautiful.
fire, land, and I just try to, embody that in human form. Making sure that I use every element, of the earth. So that was kind of fun. See, I'll be listening to you, Alex.
I love it. Thank you for gracing us with that poem tonight.
You're welcome. So next I have, like last show, we did short little poems. And I want us to talk about the things that you guys are doing and kind of put it in a 2 or 3 sentence poem, like right off the dome, right? So whatever is close to your heart, or if you want to just put in like what you're going to do in New York and just make it fire. It's not a competition, right? But so let's see who we want to start with. Chai Tea, you're up next.
Oh man. Well, I don't know how to make coming to New York any fire than it already is right now. All right, that might have been a little too soon, but
Make it a haiku.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's definitely where my mind went dark there. Yeah, well, New York's on fire right now, but here's hoping the uh going for climate change wasn't so devastating. Goddamn. Um. Oh, you put. I thought we were gonna go in order, so I wasn't like put on the spot. Thought I had more time to think about something off the top of my head. Um. Goddamn. Um. You know, I'm really glad that we really got so many like diverse, authentic voices amongst us coming to New York. Like, my God, look at the light behind each of our backgrounds. It's so unique and different. And yeah, for me, my I like to bring my comedy and my poetry up in there. Me, my authentic self is who I am. I like spreading joy to the world. I'm a lighting engineer for my daytime, so in both my nighttime and my daytime, I like to make the world a brighter place. Woo! It could be literally through lights or through the smiles I bring, laughter, or joy. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Winter.
We're going to
Haiku.
New York to do what we do. We're gonna fly through. You can't catch us because it's 3 + 2 + 1. You don't even know we are the infinite poets. We just make it flow. You better see us before we already go. Peace.
Voth.
Hola, hola. Mm. To connect to the interconnectedness of the poetic frequency, to share our light, love, and hope, for our poetry is infinite.
Woo! Erica, the mic's on you.
My book, My Silent Voice Unleashed, so that people can know that they're not alone. And in my words, they will have hope that they can and will rise and overcome.
Woo!
Alex.
We invite you to walk with our stardust and glow with us. Glow with our words. Feel the word power within you and shine with us on the mic too. And I'm so honored to be in this space with these poets. We are a kaleidoscope of voices ready to shine for and with you as one humanhood, as Winter said, but also beautiful, everlasting connections brewing and blooming together with LA and beyond. So thank you.
Mm. Woo!
And before we end the show, we like to have just short discussion about what's your story. That's always the theme of our show. So anybody can jump in and just talk about their story, what brought you here, and what keeps you here, writing and being an artist and connecting with other people.
I came here, because poetry saved my life. You know, well, you guys know I suffer from suicide ideation and all that, and without poetry, it I don't know if I would even be here. And I can honestly say that I was able to heal from major trauma during the process of writing my book, and it wouldn't have happened had I never found poetry. And what's interesting is I was a poet at 18. I was writing poetry at 18, and then life happens, and then I came back to this, and this has been my life saver. So that's why if we give the pens to whoever needs them, or to the students, or whoever, their lives can change and their lives can be saved as well. So that's why I'm here.
To echo Erica, poetry also saved my life. I am a survivor of domestic violence. I am all about creating a safer and healthier community, or at least being a part of that work. I want to empower the young people to also reclaim their voice and know that just because something traumatic happened to you, you can keep going. Not only that, you are going to thrive in life because you have a purpose. So that is why I use my platform for poetry.
Say, poetry to me is expression, like a language locked away in the back of my throat. First came onto the mic on November 2019 to sing a song for a crush sitting in the front row. And then since then, I got to connect with other artists and found that, besides the mic being cheaper than therapy, it felt pretty good to kind of just express my thoughts and have my voice be heard, and tell myself, your voice matters.
I use my poetry to help others to be and embody that lighthouse energy. I am a survivor of suicide, of sexual assault, of intimate partner violence. To give others a voice, or at least help them find their own voices, to connect with their truth, to tell their story, to share it, to embrace who they are. Mm. So I am about mental health awareness. It is my biggest thing. bullying, all of it. It's stories are so important, and if you allow that pen to break, you can share your story. Find the truth, find the light within yourself. The darkness is not infinite. Your light is.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody. I'll go ahead and chime in, and I'll just say I'm just a big weirdo trying to have fun. Poetry has been my avenue for finding a sense of self. As a healthcare worker, I often give myself completely to what I'm doing, and poetry has been a way to refill my cup so that I can be a good nurse practitioner, so that I can be a good facilitator for my students, so that I can be good for my partners and my friendships. And it's quite a journey. None of us are perfect, and so I love to talk about that with my poetry. I'm a queer mixed race person. I'm a survivor of domestic violence in my childhood. And I write about these things and I write about these hard things, but I also feel like I'm just this wild love beast in nature. And so nature is a big part of my process. And I love when I can write in nature with other poets, or when I can bring that into a space, because I feel like nature is this like collective mother that's just always ready and waiting to nurture us. And so I'm going to be diving a little bit more into nature poems as a way of activism too for climate. But I'm going to invite you all to come along with me along that adventure too. So but I feel like poetry, as Andrea and I have talked about, creates this common thread, this way for us to really look at and examine these things that are dividing us and keeping us from each other, and actually see the humanity, the connections, the things that really matter amongst each other. And poetry is that avenue to really reshape and terraform marginalized voices was the name of the show for our French show, but that's really like looking at terraforming and reimagining what the world could be. And I feel like the greatest way to do it is to get creative together, get weird, get wild, have some fun, let it all out, and release together, but also heal together. And yeah, just reimagine something really beautiful together. So thank you so much for this artist connection.
Yes, that's what the artist connection is all about. For me, poetry is therapy, right? Just unleashing all that heartache and pain and things you would never tell other people, the secret that we hold, that terrifies us to come out in our words. I think it's a beautiful thing that we all connect here. We all connect on many different shared levels and shared spaces. I want to give a shout out to Jessica Wilson. She is such, from LA Poet Society, such a beautiful light in the community. And it's just like she always texts me with good news. I have never heard anything malice or bad or anything from her. She's always warm and welcoming and loving, and it shows through her and Juan and their family. Even then, when they were on the show and their kids made an appearance, it's just she's her whole organization is just filled with love. And every time I'm in a space with her or something that she's doing, even if she's not there, I could just feel the love, and that's something that we need. She's always present in everything she does, and I can't say that for a lot of people, right? And I just really appreciate her, and I feel like we should always give people their flowers while they're here. Also, I want to say give a shout out to Emily. Such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful spirit, hardworking, always doing things for others and putting her. She's so selfless. And I have to remind her to eat. Did you eat today? Did you take a break? Did you get some sleep? And things like that. And just Elu for being here and always showing up when he can, being so creative and giving lots of things to our community. All of you guys, right? And like I said, when I first started, Alex, she always brings something different, to the table. And for me, when we were having this conversation about connections and things like that, it's like in this society, everything is to separate race, culture, religion, sex. And I'm like, why does it have to be that way? We are all human. We're all people. We all have something to give and we can learn from each other. And just tonight, all you gave me something so valuable. And everybody out here listening, and it's going to be posted everywhere, and everybody's going to see it on all my different platforms. And I just want to make sure that you guys get to New York and do what you need to do, to set that precedent. Like, we are here. We are here and we are making a statement, and we are going to come back and you're going to hear us, right? And I just love that about all of you guys and everybody that I connect with. It's just about building the right connections, and we are going to do great things. And we're going to put on another jazz poetry festival, and we want you guys to be there. You guys are always welcome to come back here, and I appreciate you so much. And Alice, you know how much I love you, girl. And Elu, do you have closing words or anything you want to say, or anyone else?
Well, one, I want to share why I do what I do, but two, I also want to share a project I'm working on with Andrea and a couple other people. But I would like for definitely to invite you to this project. So it's called Poetry in the Park, and I work for a city, and I'm over putting community events and activities together. I like to do something for the kids in the community. The name of the community is called Linwood, and they have a summer program over there. And I want to have where kids can come and hear people that look like them, that sound like them, that come from where they come from, through the trauma and the drama in the home, through the negative energy in the community, but survived and could express their words in art and in love. And so I want the energy of the comedy. To laugh at your pain is such a healing thing. The talking about nature and things like that. I want the kids in our community to hear these things. So I'm doing an event, and Andrea is being honorable enough to host it. It's called Poetry in the Park. And I would like to definitely invite y'all out to be guests, to come talk to a bunch of kids, sit down, eat a little something, and laugh with them, and cry with them, and inspire them. Also, what brought me into this is when you grow up and you're a little kid and you're in your teens and you grow up in the ghetto, you get kind of picked on when you're different, when you're different in a sense. You're skinny, you don't have a lot of money, you come from a poor household, and they expect for you to play sports because you can run fast, or because you look a certain way. How they expect you to sing and dance. Well, sometimes we all not built the same, if you get my drift. I was the nerdy kid. I wanted to learn computers. I wanted to sit on and I didn't want to be in the gangs. I didn't want to have to fight every day as I'm coming home from school. I didn't want to be a part of your set. I didn't want to be a tagger. I wanted to be an artist, but I also wanted to speak my voice, but I had to learn how to find my voice. And so as time went by, now I'm not 5 feet no more. I'm 6'1", and I weigh about like 200 something pounds. And I like to embrace life at its fullest. So using my voice, because I wasn't good with words when I was younger. I was dyslexic, and I had a lot of stuff I was going through when I was a kid. Pimples in the face and all kinds of stuff. So I was an ugly duckling. So it's a blessing to be able to share your light with others. And so that's what brought me on this platform. And I was drawn to Andrea and her girl on stage singing. And I'm like, What's up with that? I love the energy. It reminds you of Sammy Davis Jr. and I forgot the other brother's name, but they did a skit where they sing and they bounce off of each other's energy. You and your girl do it so well, and I was drawn to this, and I love every weekend. I tag in, I listen because it's unique to find people that you vibe with. You know, it's unique to find some where you're in a comfort zone with people that think like you, that speak like you, and that feel like you. It sometimes it's it's mind-boggling when you live in the inner city and you don't have a voice. So I thank you all for letting me be myself, but also being yourself. And I appreciate each one of you. Thank you.
Yes, he was talking about the incomparable Shaquan Lewis, Queen Kwani. Such an amazing being and beautiful spirit. She has so many different talents, and we also have something brewing up for her. So you guys are going to start seeing her everywhere. When you're dealing with me, I'm always reposting. And you guys have anything you want to post, we can stay in the group chat that we in, just send it to me and I'm always reposting everybody's things. I love to reshare and support all the time. That's what community is all about. And that's what the artist connection is all about. I try to support whenever I can. So, and for me this time around, because I do go support everybody, but I'm supporting the people that's supporting me, you know, moving forward. So we have to do that because sometimes people can't take advantage. You know, I buy all the poets' books. You should see my bookshelf. So if I been encounter with you and you have a book, I have something that you own. I purchase it because I want to support everybody. And I believe that when you bless others, the blessings will come back. Not saying that you do things to expect things in return, but just knowing your time will come. And when it comes, it's going to be great. And I wish you guys, anybody have anything else to say before we close? Any final remarks? Okay.
I do. I just want to say a big thank you to you, Andrea, because you have been a donor to our GoFundMe.
Thank
And
you.
you've been there in our space to like be there and keep cheering us on as we're doing Poems on Demand. You know, just you are this constant giving force. And I just want to thank your big heart for all the ways you support us, but like everyone. So I just want you to know you're deeply appreciated. And like we are so grateful that you helped us buy plane tickets already at this point, you know, like you were a part of that contribution from community. So thank you so much for your time and energy and all the ways you've been giving.
You're always welcome. And you guys know I'm a chef. So if y'all want to do a bake sale, anything that I can do to help you guys raise money. Oh, also, if you would like to be a vendor at my book release / birthday party, you can be a vendor. You guys can sell things there. You guys are welcome to come. Um, I will send you guys the Eventbrite to purchase your ticket. Or if you want to be a vendor, just let me know and I will save that space for you. And I will make sure that everybody, mostly people, will support you and buy that for you because I believe that's a good cause. I'm a great salesperson, if you don't know.
So yeah, Andrea, we want to be vendors at your birthday. So yeah, we'll do it.
Okay.
Um,
Yes.
um, at her birthday, I'll be there and I'm going to be doing sculpturing. So if you want to learn how to sit down and you want to sculpture, I'll be one of the, I guess, a vendor there. You want to sit down, we're going to be doing clay busts, so your heads. So if you want to come and get your hands all nice and, yeah, come on out. And it's a relaxing thing. It'll be music and clay.
It's a really big facility where we're going to be. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. I'm so excited. It has a full kitchen. I love beautiful kitchens. So my staff is going to be there. I'm also cooking. I don't care if it's my birthday. I'm still going to cook something. Everything. So it's going to
You
be
would.
You're
it's
feeding
going
our
to be
souls and our stomachs.
yeah. Oh, Juan and his band is performing. So you cannot miss that. It's going to be so. I love the way he plays flute. I had to book him and have him there. So it's going to be a great show. Not only the food, of course, is going to be amazing, without a doubt. Well, we're going to have a live band. We're going to have a DJ, food, poetry, arts, a lot of different elements. And we're just going to have, so much fun. So I hope to see all of you guys there. And you guys don't log off. We're going to,
Bring your dancing shoes.
yes, it's got a dance floor, fancy tables, everything. So it's going to be a great night. Um, and I would like to have you guys, on again if you want to come back on before you go. And so we can raise more money, then just let me know and we'll make sure that happens for you guys. It's been a beautiful night. I love all you guys' talents and what you contribute to this community, and I appreciate you all. And you guys should do a collaborative poem together and sell it. That would be dope. The Infinite Poets, and everybody just have, different lines or just collaborate, together. I think that's something great. But thank you guys out there for joining us. Like and subscribe. We're here every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Thank you so much.